The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolangatta Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolangatta Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolangatta Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolangatta Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolangatta Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolangatta Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolangatta Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolangatta Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent.
Hold on.
Beef cattle judging at the Royal Queensland Show for 2025. We'll be commencing in Ring 1 today with the Herefords. Our judge today is Mr. Lindsay Barlow. Mr. Barlow runs the Triple B Brangus stud with his family in Dingo in central Queensland. Their herd includes 1,200 breeding females across 3 properties, and Triple B hosts 2 major production sales annually and is known for excellence in Brangus genetics. Lindsay is a board member of the Australian Brangus Cattle Association, and he is dedicated to breed advancement, and that is central to his work. This is Mr. Barlow's first Royal Show appointment, which we congratulate him on, and would you please join with me in welcoming our Hereford judge for today, Mr. Lindsay Barlow. Our first class, ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring will be class 184, Hereford heifer 8 months and under 12 months. Ladies and, ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 184, Hereford Heifer 8 months and under 12 months. First is catalogue number 475, Tianji Stella, exhibited by Ogilvy Pastoral Proprietary Limited from Wongwabinda in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 476, Tianji Innovation, also exhibited by Ogilvy Pastoral Company from Wongwabinda in New South Wales. Third is catalogue number 474, Corrali S135 Constance, exhibited by DJ and M.I. Han from Inverell in New South Wales. And fourth is catalogue number 470, Jindalee Diamond V133, exhibited by Angus and Eunice Vivas from Kings Plains in New South Wales. Now for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Thanks everyone, and just like to welcome you all here today to Hereford judging for 2025, and I'd just like to take a moment to firstly just thank the RNA and Hereford Australia for the invitation to judge here today. It's a privilege and an honour, and I'm very thankful. To start off with 14 head was quite challenging, and yeah, like this is a beautiful lineup of females, particularly this top few I pulled out. I've gone for the heifer in first place. I just thought she had a bit of femininity about her, and she was deep enough, adequate bone, and sort of walked out pretty well, and sort of fairly square from behind. Yeah, she was pretty sweet heifer. That was hard to go past. The heifer in the second, yeah, she again just a very clean heifer, just moderate, not big on the extremes. Just quite functional, sort of a female, just a little bit outdone on the day here, and but anyway, she's a beautiful female as well. The heifer in third, again, good clean heifer, plenty of depth and bone. Probably grow out to be a little bit bigger heifer than the one in front of her, but all the same, she's pretty wide from behind, walks out well, and yeah, she'll go on to make a great matron, I'd say. The heifer in fourth, she's got a little bit more power about her, and she just wasn't quite to the standard of the heifers above her today, but a good female. To the rest of you exhibitors, well done. It was a beautiful lineup of females, and it was a pretty hard decision to make. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to judging Class 185, Hereford Heifer 12 months and under 14 months. There are 6 entries in this class. Hereford Heifer 12 months and under 14 months. First is catalogue number 483, Tianji Statuesque, exhibited by Ogilvy Pastoral Proprietary Limited from Wongwabinda in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 484, Tianji Stella, exhibited by Ogilvy Pastoral Proprietary Limited from Wongwabinda in New South Wales. And third is catalogue number 482, Reevesdale Kerry Maid, exhibited by the Reevesdale Pole Hereford Stud from Gunflat in New South Wales. Presenting our class winners with their ribbons, Ms. Bridget Ryan from Stonehenge. Bridget is one of our one of our representative rural ambassadors this year, and of course they whilst they're all winners in their own right, there will still be an overall winner, and we wish Bridget every success in that judging. Now for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everyone. Look, this was nearly a harder class to judge than the last one, believe it or not, because I'm really torn between these two heifers. I love this heifer in second place. She's, but the heifer in first, I just ended up putting her up. I mentioned before, I don't like extremes, but it was pretty hard to go past this female. She's got a fair bit of power about her, and she's going to grow into a beautiful big female and adequate bone, and she's got a fair bit in her. This heifer in second, I really love this female. She's so square and correct, really good top line, wide from behind. She's going to be a beautiful female. It's just a shame she just didn't have she's having to play. Couple of more inches of height in her for the age bracket, but yeah, she's a beautiful female, that one. It was a very hard decision. The heifer in third, beautiful heifer again. Good feminine heifer. She's going to again grow out into a great matron, clean underneath, really clean made, this female. But she was just a little bit outdone on the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to judging class 186, Hereford Heifer 14 months and under 16 months. There are 3 entries in this class. If you're marking your catalogue, please withdraw catalogue number 487.
The Gender View Invitation will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer
This class, we've been joined by two of our, we've already met Bridget, of course, sashing the last class, but we've been joined by two of our Rural Ambassador competitors, if you like, but already, of course, as I said, winners in their own right, representing their own region. And that's Bridget Ryan from Stonehenge and Tyler Littlewood from Nebo. So it's great that you're both here. So, Bridget, could you tell me what brought you to... tell us what the Rural Ambassador is all about.
Thank you very much, Craig. Good morning, everyone, and what a lovely morning it's been down here at the ring. Rural Ambassador, it's been a fantastic experience to come down here and engage with our colleagues from across the state who have also representing their own regions. To me, the Rural Ambassador program is all about that opportunity to advocate for our communities, showcase what it is that we have on offer, and celebrate what it is that we do in rural, remote communities and, of course, in our agricultural industry. I am a principal in my town at Stonehenge, so a number of my students come off the land, and so to be able to experience this and bring that back to them is something I'm very, very proud of.
That's great. Thank you, Bridget. And Tyler, can you tell us what do you do back at home that sort of brought you into the Rural Ambassador field?
Yeah, thanks very much. I'm a stock and stations agent up there at Nebo. I've been in the job about 18 months so far. I like the challenges it brings, and being a Rural Ambassador, you're all about people. You really want to, engage and be a part of the agricultural industry and eventually, hopefully, lead somewhere there. So if you can use your background as a job, which is personal relations, a lot of it, and you can actually use that in somehow in the show aspect or the agriculture aspect or any kind of industry-related program, you definitely, it's something that you definitely like to strive towards and help be a leader and hopefully encourage people.
That's fantastic. So, look, thank you both for your insights and for sharing your own journeys. That's just terrific. And look, I can tell you as a former rural achiever of a very, very long time ago, it was called Young Rural Achievers, I think, at the time, but let's not go there. You've got a great opportunity in front of you. Not only here, but in the coming year, and the networking opportunities that will help your personal growth will be massive. So thank you so much, and thanks for being here, and we'll see you sash a few more. So thank you.
Thank you.
We have a result in Class 186, Hereford Heifer, 14 months and under 16 months. First is catalogue number 490, Gyanmar Perfume V005, exhibited by the Gyanmar Pole Hereford stud from Forbes in New South Wales. In second place is catalogue number 489, Reevesdale Countess, exhibited by Reevesdale Pole Herefords from Gumflat in New South Wales. And third is catalogue number 488, Reevesdale Countess V113, exhibited by the Reevesdale Pole Hereford stud from Gumflat in New South Wales. Presenting our class winners with their ribbons is our Rural Ambassador from Nebo, Mr. Tyler Littlewood. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thank you. The heifer I've put up in first place here, she's a beautiful thick heifer, and she's fairly balanced and deep-bodied and pretty square heifer to look at. Adequate bone, and she's just going to go on and just grow into a beautiful female, I believe. She just had it over the heifer in second. She just had a little bit more width and depth than this heifer in second place. And I guess that's what's put this one down in second here today. The heifer I've put down in third. When she first walked into the ring, she caught my eye, but on teat placement alone, I just had to put that heifer down today. We're sort of, a lot of our bulls, I know, probably go to a different environment to you guys, and we're breeding a different type of cattle, but they've just got to go out and into sort of commercial world, commercial reality, and we just got to look at those finer points. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to judging class 187, Hereford heifer 16 months and under 18 months. There are 2 entries in this class. 187 Hereford Heifer, 16 months and under 18 months. In first place is catalogue number 491, Jindalee Wonder, exhibited by Angus and Eunice Vivas from Kings Plains in New South Wales. In second place is catalogue number 492, Taze Valentina, exhibited by Taylor Doman from Dobie's Bite in New South Wales. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thanks once again. Two lovely heifers here today, but the heifer I put up in first, she just had a bit more power and thickness and bone over the heifer below her, and yeah, big thick square heifer, and be interested to see where she ends up in 12 months' time. She'll be a fairly big cow. The heifer in second, I've just put her down a little bit. Yeah, she just didn't quite have the depth. The depth and volume that the heifer above her had here today, and she was just a little bit outdone here today, but still a lovely heifer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to judging class 188, Hereford Heifer, 18 months and under 20 months. There is one entry in this class. Following this class, we'll be judging our junior champion Hereford Heifer for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show. Result in class 188 Hereford Heifer, 18 months and under 20 months. First is catalogue number 493, DJ Cherry Miss, exhibited by the DJ Partnership from Grafton in New South Wales. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Just real quick, just the one entry in this class, but yeah, take nothing away from this female. She's pretty well put together, good thick set female, maybe just a little moderate. But yeah, no, she's still a well put together animal, and plenty of thickness and depth in the body, but yeah, just probably a little bit moderate in the frame for her age, but other than that, beautiful.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now moving to judge our junior champion Hereford Heifer for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show. Ladies and gentlemen, our junior champion Hereford female for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show is catalogue number 490, Kianmar Perfume V005, exhibited by Kianmar Pole Herefords from Forbes in New South Wales. Our reserve junior Hereford female is catalogue number 475, Tianji Stella, exhibited by the Ogilvy Pastoral Proprietary Limited from Wongwabinda in New South Wales. Presenting our champions with their ribbons is the Queensland Minister for Primary Industry, the Honourable Tony Perrott, and of course many of you around the ring, if you've been in the Hereford world, know that Tony's family operated the Mount Hope Pole Hereford stud and had a great deal of success in this ring over the years. Now for his comments on our junior championship, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thanks everyone. It's been a tremendous lineup of females here this morning, and been a couple of difficult decisions to make, but I guess I've just gone for this female up here in the front here because yeah, she's no extremes in my view. She's just a moderate, well put together female, nice and square, plenty of volume about her. Every way you look at her, she's nice and square female, real feminine. She's going to grow into a beautiful female in my books. And yeah, she was pretty hard to go past here today. Plenty of hip and volume in that female, and yeah, well done to the exhibitors. This female in reserve here, yeah, sort of went out on a limb a little bit, putting the younger female up, but I just thought she was a very well presented animal. She's very feminine, very square, correct, and she's going to grow out. Beautiful cow, this one. Thanks very much.
Class 189, the first of our junior bull classes. Hereford bull 8 months and under 12 months. There are 4 entries in this class, and if you're marking your catalogues, please withdraw catalogue number 494.
The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent.
Now for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Thank you. So we're getting into a few of the male classes here, and this bull I ended up putting up here in first. I just thought he was fairly more complete, a bit more balanced, quite square and correct. This young calf, he's pretty well put together, and good underline, good set of testicles, and like I said, he's got really complete bull. He's got plenty of good muscling, natural muscling on him, carries it right down through his hindquarter. I guess the fact that bull, I thought in my eye, was just a little bit more balanced today is the reason he went up over the bull here in second. Big, powerful bull here for a young calf. Plenty of natural muscle, ton of bone in that bull. He's going to grow into a fair hunk of calf, I'd suggest. And when he comes back in the senior classes, he'll be one to look out for. The bull in third, just another good sound bull here. Plenty of body length and adequate muscling, and walks out really well, but he's just probably a little bit outshone here on the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to judging class 190, Hereford Bull 12 and under 14 months. There are 4 entries in this class. Ladies and gentlemen, the bulls in front of you, the scans for the bulls in front of you. Catalogue number 499 weighs 564 kilos, has a P8 fat depth of 10, a rib fat depth of 6, and an eye muscle area of 93 square centimetres. Catalogue number 500 weighs 498 kilos, has a P8 fat depth of 6, a rib fat depth of 5, and an eye muscle area of 83 square centimetres. Catalogue number 501 weighs 469 kilos, has a P8 fat depth of 7, a rib fat depth of 5, and an eye muscle area of 88. And catalogue number 502 weighs 558 kilos, has a P8 fat depth of 6, a rib fat depth of 4, and an eye muscle area of 82 square centimetres. 190 Hereford Bull, 12 months and under 14 months. First is catalogue number 502, Tianji Velocity, exhibited by the Ogilvy Pastoral Proprietary Limited from Wongwabinda in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 499, Jindalee Van Gogh, exhibited by Angus and Eunice Vivers from Kings Plains in New South Wales. And third is catalogue number 500, Jindalee Vintage Crop, exhibited by Angus and Eunice Vivers from Kings Plains in New South Wales. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thank you. This was another one of these classes. It was fairly difficult to split the two at the top. You got two different types of animals here, different maturity patterns, and I ended up just going with the bull in first place here. He's ton of bone, really good set of testicles and clean underneath. A lot of thickness and big top line. I know his EMAs probably don't suggest it, but he's got a fair bit of meat in that calf, and he's got a lot of cover, and won't be the biggest bull in the paddock in a couple of years' time, but he's going to be, he'll weigh heavy, and so will his calves. The bull in second, probably the main reason I put this bull back into second, I just sort of thought he didn't quite have the bone as the fella in front of him, but he was probably just a little bit straighter in through the rear legs than the bull in front of him, and the bull in third here is a really good example of your breed, but he's just, again, they just had those two better bulls up in front of him there today, and all the best next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to judging Class 191, Hereford Bull, 14 months and under 16 months. There are two entries in this class.
The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View
91. Hereford Bull, 14 months and under 16 months. First is catalogue number 503, Kiamar Vodka, exhibited by the Kiamar Pole Hereford stud from Forbes in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 504, Reevesdale Vulcan, exhibited by the Reevesdale Pole Hereford stud from Gum Flat in New South Wales. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, once again, we've got two bulls here. They're sort of similar, obviously similar age and similar weights and similar EMAs. Fat cover's a little bit different, so yeah, it's sort of two different types of bulls here again, I guess. This bull up, I end up putting this bull up in first place because if you watch him walk out, he is so structurally correct and square, and he places his feet once he gets moving, places his feet in perfectly, and his rear foot follows his front foot perfectly. And I guess that's probably what put him up over the bull in second here today. Going to be a bigger bull when he grows out. Just I thought he was just a little bit short in his step, and I guess that's what's put him down below the bull in front of him here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to judging class 192, Hereford Bull, 16 months and under 18 months. There is one entry in this class. .505 Reevesdale Valentino V6, exhibited by the Reevesdale Pole Hereford stud from Gum Flat in New South Wales. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, it was just the one bull in this class, but yeah, look, he's a pretty handy calf, and I just thought I'd make a quick comment. He's sort of got some good length of body, and he's good underline, good set of testicles on this bull, and yeah. It's got all the right things for breeding anyway. That's what's the main part of what we're here for, to breed these cattle, breed heaps of calves, and he's got all the right gear for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to judging class 193, Hereford Bull, 18 months and under 20 months. There are two entries in this class. Following this class, we will be judging our junior champion Hereford Bull for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show.
126. Catalogue number 507 has a weight of 840 kilos, a P8 of 12, a rib of 8 and an EMA of 125.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 193, Hereford Bull 18 months and under 20 months. First is catalogue number 506, Truro Vice Squad, exhibited by Scott and Pip Hand from Truro Whiteface in Ballada in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 507, Catharaba U031 Enterprise, exhibited by the Galloway Cattle Company from Roma in Queensland. Now for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thank you. Again, this is another. There's only 2 animals, but they're still both animals have got a lot going for them, and they've got their different attributes. Obviously, I just went for this fella up in first place. We in our own stud we got a saying, we use beef bone balance, and I just thought this bull was had all those, and he was just a little bit more balanced than the other fellow. If I would like to do anything with that bull for his age, I'd just like to see a slightly bigger set of testicles on him. The bull in second here, I just thought he was it's going to be a beautiful big calf. I just thought he might have been a little bit heavier in the shoulders, and he's probably the cleanest made Hereford I've seen for a bit. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to the judging of the 2025 Royal Queensland Show Junior Champion Hereford Bull. Ladies and gentlemen, the junior champion Hereford Bull for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show is catalogue number 498, Kianmar Voodoo, exhibited by Kianmar Pole Herefords from Forbes in New South Wales. Our reserve junior champion Hereford Bull is catalogue number 506, Truro Vice Squad, exhibited by Scott and Pip Han from Truro Whiteface in Balladda in New South Wales. Presenting our junior champion with his sash, Mrs. Anne Galloway from Kutharaba Herefords at Roma in Queensland. And our champion also receives a plaque donated by Herefords Australia. For his comments on our junior championship, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, morning everyone. I thought I'd step out on a limb and put this young calf up here today. I just thought he's got a lot of shape, a lot of natural muscle for a young calf, and yeah, he's fairly structurally correct. I just thought he was pretty hard to go past. So when he came out in his class earlier today, I spotted him, and if you get behind this young bull, he's nice and wide and fairly square through that pin section there, and good set of testicles and underline, and yeah, just very well balanced calf. I really like that young calf. I know I probably stepped out on a limb putting the younger bull up, but that's just the calf I liked here today. The fellow in reserve, yeah, like I said earlier on, he was just a very well balanced bull. He's very even right through from his hindquarter right through to his shoulder, and good top line, and he's going to grow into a beautiful sire one day. And to the rest of the exhibitors, I'd just like to thank you all, and there's a couple of other calves there I really like, but it was just tiny little things that I just felt I picked up on that put the other bulls above you today. Thank you.
The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer
exhibited by Scott and Pip Hand from Truro Whiteface in Ballatta in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 509, Jindalee Chloe, exhibited by Angus and Eunice Vivas from Kings Plains in New South Wales. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thank you. There's just the two entrants here. The two cows with a calf at foot. Both cows have been advised back in calf, so that's a positive. The cow I've put up in the first place here, I just thought she had a little bit more depth and volume and about her. Probably two things. She's not showing a tremendous amount of udder, but she's obviously doing a job on this calf that's following along behind her. The only other thing I'd try and correct in that cow up there in the lead, she's just a little bit soft in the pasterns. The female down here in second place, I guess it was the first thing that sort of took my eye, that sort of put her down into second, was probably just her teat placement and size of teats. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to judging class 196, Hereford cow, 30 months and under 36 months. There are two entries in this class. Following this class, we will be judging our senior champion, Hereford female.
The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards.
Class 196, Hereford cow, 30 months and under 36 months. First is catalogue number 511, Mickey Mouse Mystique, exhibited by Miss Alicia Nixon from Julaka in Queensland, who I have on fairly good authority is the new Queensland showgirl. So it's probably worth noting at this point in time both the the Queensland showgirl and the New South Wales young woman are both Hereford breeders. And in second place is catalogue number 512, Jindalee Chloe, exhibited by Angus and Eunice Vivers from Kings Plains in New South Wales. For his comments we should also acknowledge, presenting our ribbons to our class winners, Mrs. Julie Nixon from Mrs. Julie Nixon from Wee Talabar. Ladies and gentlemen, for his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thanks everyone. You got two completely different females here. Obviously, the more moderate, put together female here that I put up in first, and then you got this big, powerful female I've put back here. But I've just gone for this female up here in first place. Yeah, she's a little bit moderate, but she's pretty well put together, pretty good uddered. And I guess at the end of the day, I just looked at the job she was doing on that calf, and that's why I made the decision to put her up here today. That's a sweet heifer calf following that cow, and she may be moderate in size, but she's making up for it in that calf there, certainly. It's these sort of females will go back in calf year after year. Female here in second, tremendously big, long cow. Maybe the udder was probably a little bit of a fault for me here today. I guess the other thing, I was just sort of leaning towards these slightly moderate females and bulls earlier on that seemed to be doing a job and got a bit of coverage. Some of our country that we run some of our breeders on is very marginal. Got supplement out 24/7. And those bigger frame, bigger, powerful females really sort of struggle in that environment. And yeah, look, there's a large percentage of Queensland's in that same boat. So that's why I'm tending towards these sort of more moderate sort of cattle that sort of got a bit of doing ability about them and going to sort of have the fertility traits to go back in calf year after year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to the judging of our senior champion Hereford female for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show. Hereford female for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show. It's catalogue number 510. Truro Calamity Jane, exhibited by Scott and Pip Hahn from Truro Whiteface Stud in Balladder in New South Wales. Our reserve senior champion Hereford female is catalogue number 511. Mickey Mouse Mystique, exhibited by Alicia Nixon from Jalaca in Queensland. Presenting our champions with their ribbons, Mr. Ian Galloway from Kitharaba Hereford Stud at Roma in Queensland. Our senior champion female also receives a plaque sponsored by Herefords Australia. For his comments on our senior champion lineup, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thanks everyone. It's a tough decision, this one. I got a few fellow breeders at home, and we sort of have a little running joke about you might turn up at a bull sale and you're walking around looking for a new bull to buy, and we always have this bit of a commentary between us that they've all got a fault. You just got to find the one you can deal with the most. So take nothing away from these two females. Great representation of the breed here today, I thought. The female I put up in first place here today is a senior champion female. I just thought she had a little bit more depth for body and length. The length, you can see the extra length she's putting into that calf that's walking there beside her. If there was anything I'd like to sort of check on this female, is just that, yeah, just through them rear pasterns, she's just a little soft. But yeah, like a nice big strong cow. Should do a good job going forward in the future. The female I've put up here in reserve, again, I commented earlier that she's just really well put together, well balanced female. She's done a tremendous job on this calf, beautiful little heifer calf walking beside her. And I guess it was just the female in front of her was just that little bit more depth and length of body. Probably had a little extra, half a rib or so, and yeah, just a little bit extra power that put her over the top of this cow here today. But beautiful, well put together female. Thanks for everyone. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to the judging of the Grand Champion Hereford female for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show. Our Grand Champion Hereford female will receive the Champion Sash, the Elders Shield of Excellence, and product prize from International Animal Health. On behalf of the Royal Queensland Show, we'd like to thank our sponsors across the beef section, including Elders and International Animal Health, for their ongoing sponsorship and support of this section.
The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16. Morphology tested, fully vaccinated, a bull for everyone. Contact your preferred
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 200, Hereford Bull, 24 months and under 30 months. First is catalogue number 516, Tianji Unbelievable, exhibited by Ogilvy Pastoral Proprietary Limited from Wongwabinda in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 514, Truro Up in Lights, exhibited by Scott and Pip Hand from Truro Whiteface Stud in Ballada in New South Wales. Third is catalogue number 515, Yagaburn Ultimate, exhibited by Yagaburn Pastoral Company from Gundawindi in Queensland. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, again, the exhibitors aren't making it real easy for me. There's a couple of big, stretchy, long bulls here at the lead of this class. Obviously, I went for the fella out the front here. I just thought he was probably a little bit cleaner made, a little bit more balanced, and sort of a little bit more structurally correct when he walks out. Plenty wide enough. I'd like to probably see a little bit more natural muscling in that bull, but yeah, he's a nice big long stretchy fella and he walks out quite easy. The bull in second, he's got a big powerful fella, this proper big powerful bull. I guess just one thing that I put him down into second for today is just when he walked out, he was just not 100% in my eyes, just in the back legs there, unfortunately. He's a beautiful, big, powerful bull. This bull down here in third, ton of natural meat in this calf. He's just probably, just didn't quite have the length and the scale as the two bulls above him here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to judging of our final senior bull class, Class 201, Hereford Bull, 30 months and under 42 months. There are 2 entries in this class.
Of 18, a rib of 11, and an EMA of 138 centimetres.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 201, Hereford Bull 30 months and under 42 months. First is catalogue number 518, Tianji Turbo, exhibited by the Ogilvy Pastoral Proprietary Limited from Wongwabinda in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 517, Catharaba Titanic, exhibited by the Galloway Cattle Company from Roma in Queensland. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thanks everyone. A couple of big heavyweights here. Again, a couple of different styles. One bloke's sort of a bit more early maturing, I guess. The other fella's going to grow into a big bull. But look, the bull, I end up putting this bull up in first here. He's so thick and wide, and as long as I train that bull, and you get in behind him, and he's proper wide. Sort of from right across the pins and right down, he stands wide and square, and really big long bull. The fellow in second place here, he's got probably a little bit more natural muscling, and I just didn't think he quite had the depth down through the hind and the width from behind as the bull in front of him today. But both big long heavyweight fellas. Doing your breed proud with those. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to the judging of our senior champion Hereford Bull for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior champion Hereford Bull for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show is catalogue number 518, Tianji Turbo, exhibited by the Ogilvy Pastoral Proprietary Limited from Wongwabinda in New South Wales. Our reserve senior champion bull is catalogue number 517, Catharaba Titanic, exhibited by the Galloway Cattle Company from Roma in Queensland. Presenting our senior champions with their ribbons, Mr. Andrew Doljanin, and of course Andrew and his father in particular, Darley. Everyone would remember the mighty Bonnie Foy Pole Hereford stud that had so much success at the show here over the years. We'll now call on our judge, Mr. Barlow, to comment on our senior champions.
Yeah, thanks everyone. I've just gone for this this big heavyweight fella here. He's probably not the tallest bull by any stretch of the imagination, but you get behind him and he is proper wide, and he is the thickness runs right up over the top. And the tremendous amount of bone and depth in that calf, and they've just I'm certain when his calves turn up they'll be little bricks. The bull I've put in reserve, I just like I said earlier, he just didn't quite have the thickness and the depth of this fella ahead of him here, but a lot of tremendous amount of natural muscling in this reserve champion. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we now move to the judging of our grand champion Hereford Bull for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show.
The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're currently judging our grand champion bull, and we'll call on our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thanks. I just finished commenting on this real big fella here, and he's, we always, doesn't matter what animal you're looking at, there's always a compromise. I mean, this fella is so wide and long and thick. I mean, if you want to fold him, you may put a little bit more length in his cannon bone, which would throw a few more inches in his frame score. I went out on a limb earlier and I put this young calf up as junior champion. I just thought he was so structurally square and correct, and a very neat calf. The big fella up in the front, he's got a real sorry outlook to him, as he should. He's a mature bull. It's a pretty tough decision, but like I said, I went out on a limb and I put that little fella up, and I'm just going to go out there now and pick the winner. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the grand champion Hereford Bull for the 2025 Royal Queensland Show is catalogue number 518, Tianji Turbo, exhibited by the Ogilvy Pastoral Company from Wongwabinda in New South Wales.
Claire, would you like to hold the ribbon? We'll just have the ribbon on the one side, if that's all right.
Our grand champion bull receives the Elder Shield of Excellence, presented by Ms. Jenny O'Sullivan. Product prize from International Animal Health, presented by Mr. Alan Biddle. And of course, the Reynolds Ennisview Trophy, presented by the British Hereford Association. Our next class, ladies and gentlemen, in the Hereford ring, we've now got 3 group classes. Our first class will be class 202, a pair of bulls.
The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 202, pair of Hereford Bulls. First is catalogue number 523, team exhibited by Kianmar Pole Herefords from Forbes in New South Wales. Second is catalogue number 520, team from Reevesdale Pole Herefords. Third is catalogue number 522, the team from Ogilvie Pastoral Proprietary Limited. And fourth, also a team exhibited by Ogilvie Pastoral Proprietary Limited. For his comments on this class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Yeah, thank you. It was just getting a little interesting here now, and I just spoke to the gentleman. I said I should be able to put these into pairs quite simply. We drafted our own sale bulls on Monday, and they go into groups of 4, and then they're split into pairs. Probably the only issue with that is at home we've got the options. We can keep swapping them from yard to yard until we've lined them up. But with these guys here, these from 1st to 4th, you can see which each breeder's trying to achieve. In first place here, they're both clean, very square, neat calves. You can just sort of see where each breeder's going with their programs, which is quite exciting to be able to come up here and do these sort of classes. You can see what each breeder's trying to achieve. Same with the next class here. They're just a little bit bigger frame fellas, but yeah, pair of even calves. You can see where these guys are going, similar types, and then it just follows down on the line. Pretty well right down 3rd and 4th and so on. They're all fairly even calves. It's just what sort of stood out in my eyes here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the judging of Class 203, the Hereford Breeders Group. This is our penultimate class, with the Progeny Stakes group to follow.
The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred...
Have Andrew with us today. Of course, many of you would remember just how mighty the Bonifoy Pole Hereford stud was showing here. Ladies and gentlemen, the group classes don't count for the most successful, so we've tallied the points, and by a very clear margin, the Tianji stud from Wongwabinda in New South Wales, the Ogilvie Pastoral Proprietary Limited, are the winners of our most successful exhibitor for the Hereford this year. Could you please put your hands together for Tianji? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 203, the Hereford Breeders Group. First is catalogue number 528, the team exhibited by Kianmar Pole Herefords from Forbes. Second is catalogue number 527, team exhibited by Ogilvy Pastoral Company. Third is catalogue number 526, team also exhibited by Ogilvy Pastoral. And fourth is catalogue number 525, team exhibited by Reevesdale Pole Herefords. Presenting our groups with their ribbons, Ms. Brooke Wanjura. Brooke is over here from Texas A&M, and there's quite a crew of them here from Texas A&M that have been doing a tour through the Eastern Seaboard. I know they've been to feedlots. They might have done a couple of wineries, which for under 21s is, going crazy. But they've been hosted by, or their tour leader's been Emily Perkins. So anyone that knows Emily is there going, what else could go wrong? But no, it's great to have Brooke here and her compatriots. And it should also be noted that Brooke was very happy to come here to the Hereford Ring, having been a Brahmin queen back in Texas at some point. So the judge will be a bit happier. He's got Brangus. So now for his comments on this group class, our judge, Mr. Barlow.
Sorry. You're right. Hey, thanks everyone. Hey, we're getting into, these are really cool groups to judge, to be honest. We're sort of judging, trying to get an idea of what the breeders are achieving here, in their program at home, and I just couldn't go past this group up here in first place. They're just such a neat, clean line of cattle, square and correct. All three of them. I just been eyeing these cattle off pretty well all day. I just they're an absolute credit to the owners and exhibitors. Again, down here in second place, you got this big thumping fella up the front here, and you can sort of see it in the young bull behind, and in the heifer there, the bone and the thickness. You can sort of really get an idea of where they're heading with their program, and it just continues down along the line. You see even lines of cattle, and they're all worthy of a place here today. It's just, I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder, and that's how I've placed them today and what I've seen. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to our final class in the Hereford Ring, Class 204, Progeny Stakes Group. If you're marking your catalogue, please withdraw catalogue number 533. Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of this class, and we're almost on the stroke of 12 noon, we will be commencing our Fleckfee judging. So at the conclusion of this class, we will be straight into the Fleckfee judging. Our judge is here, he's fully pumped, so we're not too far away.
The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a result in Class 204 Hereford Progeny Stakes Group. First is catalogue number 532, the team exhibited by Kianmar Pole Herefords. Second is catalogue number 531, the team exhibited by Reevesdale Pole Herefords. And third is catalogue number 534, the team exhibited by Scott and Pip Hand from Truro Whiteface. Presenting our ribbon winners, Ms. Carly Norton, also over from Texas A&M. And Carly did say that she was more at home here because she's more a Charolais girl, so flatbacks are more her thing. And now we'll call on our judge, Mr. Barlow, for his comments.
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, like I previously said in the last class, you can just see which each breeder's, where their program's heading. And I just keep coming back to these fellas here. That's moderate, square, clean cattle that, they're just going to good doing type cattle. They're just going to go out and do a job and be fertile, and I just can't get past the squareness and the evenness of these, especially those two young bulls there, and the group here in second. You can really see where these guys are heading as well, and so I guess it's just you just feel like you're hitting the repeat button, but that's just how it is. I guess it's what we're looking for is just an even line of cattle, and you can see where the breeder's heading, and then they just sort of outshone these guys in third here today. I don't know whether because this has come to a conclusion or it never rained or something, but I've only just really started to relax and enjoy the job. I've never judged here at the Ekka before, and I've definitely never judged Herefords. And when the invitation came through, I was very hesitant at first, and I took it on as a challenge, and I hope I've done the job well enough for you all, and you enjoyed the day, because I know I certainly have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Barlow. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Royal Queensland Show, can we thank you, Mr. Barlow, for your insight, your expertise, and certainly for keeping the ring moving as well. On behalf of our Honorary Council Steward, Mr. Paul Cottrell, I'd like to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your interest and enthusiasm around the Herefords. Also, I'd like to thank my colleagues in terms of Michael and Mark and Angus for their assistance in keeping the ring rolling as we have. And if you're not staying for the Fleckvies, please enjoy the rest of your show day. If you are staying for the Fleckvies, strap yourself in. We'll be kicking off in just a second.
The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. The Gender View Invitational Bull Sale will offer 70 industry-relevant Limousin and Angus bulls at the Coolabunga Sale Yards, August 16 at 12 p.m. Semen and morphology tested, fully vaccinated. A bull for everyone. Contact your preferred GDL agent.